Why do you think the Olympic Committee chose not to give Chicago, after you put together that bid, to bring the Olympics to Chicago?
That's a $1 million question, or as I like to call it, the $65 billion question, because that's the amount of money that we lost. And we would have put that money right into schools, new job opportunities for our residents, and I think we can all agree that the city would have benefited from all of that. Infrastructure.
But the truth is, Olympics are something that cities plan for 8 years out, and you're talking 2 weeks before the Olympics, bring it to Chicago. That's an impossibility.
Yeah, well, all the work did go into planning it, and that's why I'm saying we still have those plans in place, and I've got no problem putting things together. There are certain things that we built that are, ready to be wheeled out from Midway.
Yeah, but you're talking about staffing 50,000 security people. You're talking about setting up parking. You're talking about carting in food and setting up an Olympic village. Like you don't have time to do that in 2 weeks.
Yeah, of course I do, and that's how much I believe in the city, and that's what we do.
Like, what's your plan for 60,000 new security people to come in? How can you get those people?
What are you talking about? There's people looking for jobs all over the city right now, and the second they hear that the Olympics are coming here and they only have 2 weeks to get ready for it, you think about how many people are going to rush here for work.
Yeah, looking for work is different than actually being available, being trained and being on site.
Okay.
Dangerous things.
Okay, listen to me. I'm telling you right now that we're ready to do this, and a lot of people are going to be skeptics about it, but these are the same people that think that we shouldn't have charter schools. I'm telling you right now that it's working, and if people would pull their heads out of their asses and see what I'm doing here, I think we can all agree
where would you set up Olympic Village?
Yeah, you can't start flying in all these people.
Yeah. Bucktown.
Huh?
Okay, Bucktown.
Okay, you're talking about housing, let's say, 10,000 athletes.
Absolutely.
With state-of-the-art training facility nearby, and also quarters. Like Bucktown is 3 flats.
Yeah, it's 3 flats.
I have friends in Bucktown. They're not going to give up their apartment.
People?
What are their names?
Jim Saylor.
Carl Miller.
Well, these all sound like fictional names. I don't know any of these people. I know a lot of Chicagoans.
They're residents.
I don't know Jim Saylor.
My point is, they're not
going
to move.
That's the best name you can come up with.
It's my.
No, that's a real name.
That's a real name for the first name, and then the second half is the name of a guy who's on a boat.
The point is, the guy is not. He's not going to leave his apartment just so some Olympic sprinter can come in.
The Olympic Village, the athletes' village in Bucktown. How?
How? What do you mean how? You kick people out of where they are. I did it with Mayor Daley started it, and I followed through, kicking people out of housing projects.
Like Cabrini Green?
Yeah, Cabrini Green, Robert Taylor, the list goes on and on. Great things are happening in this city, and it's time for the world to take notice.
Well, I don't think you're going to be able to kick people out of their apartments in Bucktown and put...
The fuck I won't. Listen, do you have any idea what I do here? I mean, it's like...
You're the mayor of Chicago.
Exactly. And so when I want something to happen, it happens. By the way, we've got rusted out CTA buses in junkyards all over the city that are ready to take Olympic athletes.
So you're going to get rusted out?
Yeah,
buses full of sprinters? I don't even know where the races would be. Where are you going to run?
You're going to tell me that the Bulgarian triple jump team wouldn't want to bang in some old 22 bus down on the south side if it was just, heat control, a little bit of air conditioning? I think they would.
Let's say there's 130 nations with like a minimum of 10 athletes each. You're gonna need so much resources.
You throw that number of nations out there like it's just a round number, 130 nations?
At least.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot more than 130 nations
that
in the
participate in the Olympics.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
What about the?
Are you familiar with the country of Eritrea?
No.
Yeah, they're there.
I am.
Were they part of your 130?
No.
Okay.
Jim Saylor went there on vacation.
Jim Saylor, really?
Mm-hmm.
How about Johnny Cardboard Box? Was he there?
Look, don't get hostile. We're just asking real questions.
This is how I talk. Everyone's so sensitive.
I'm not being sensitive. I'm responding to your...
I don't know. Sounds like you're raising your voice.
I'm not raising my voice.
I have a question about the flame. It needs to be run all the way up from Brazil in a week. Who's going to run that fast?
You ever heard of a commercial jet?
No, but you can't do that. It's got to be run.
It's a show.
Yeah,
it's also
people can run up and down in the jet. You can let the little people run up and down in the jet, and then they'll bring the thing here. I'm trying to do something for this city, and the more that people try and resist it, the more they don't understand what a good idea it is.
You get defensive when people ask you practical questions about how you're going to execute this.
People think I'm being defensive, and what they're not reading about what I'm talking about is that good ideas require running against the grain. That's what it takes to be a leader.